Welcome to Learned and Go-Go, the podcast. Hey guys, it is Wednesday night. I am your host, Sydney. I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. And I am so excited to be back with all of you. I see Erin is on here. A very beautiful evening to you too, my friends. And I missed you guys last week so much. I'm so excited to be back. And for that, I'm going to start the show with a Tatiana. If you are new here, Tatiana is just our way of saying cheers. If you want to know the Tatiana story, you can get your copy of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go at learnedingogo.com. So Tatiana, cheers. It doesn't have to be booze. We welcome everybody here. If it's water, if you want to take a toke of something, it's all you. So cheers to you. And let's get the show on the road. All right, I see Lizzie is here. And I see Luna Projects is here. Why, thank you. Good looking shirt. Yes, I have on my Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead shirt. Thought I would do a little 90s matte red lipstick to go with it. And I had to get back to being everyone's favorite pasty lady since if you guys hadn't heard that story, somebody in my YouTube channel left the comment on one of my episodes, how did this pasty lady wind up in my newsfeed? So rather than taking it as an insult, I have embraced it and I would love to be your favorite pasty lady. Here I am. So hey, so Severian is here with cookies. I love it. And so Severian says, I need an exorcist. Good job. Love it. If you have not yet seen Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, I highly, highly recommend that you get Troma Now. Super, super affordable streaming service of Troma movies. And I was going to mention this later, but I think I will mention it now since you guys are all commenting on my hoodie and my cousin is here. Hey, cuz. Yeah, all right, let's see. What are we? Tea Sleep Time 55. I like that one. All right, good to see you here too. Yeah, so I added a little picture at the last minute here because I wanted to give a shout out to Poultrygeist 2, Dawn of the Chicken Dead, which I heard a little rumor is making a big debut this summer. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And then I'm just going to add, I will be at Tromathon at the Mahoning Drive-In, July. Let me look at the calendar real quick because I forget the dates off the top of my head. I believe it's July 17th and 18th. So if you are anywhere near Pennsylvania, get your butt to the Mahoning Drive-In. It is so much fun. Tromathon is a blast. I have met so many of you there. And I believe, I don't want to talk out of turn, but I believe that they will be debuting the sequel to Poultrygeist. This is Night of the Chicken Dead. Poultrygeist 2 is Dawn of the Chicken Dead. So yes, let's see. All right, I cannot wait to see you at Tromathon too. Yay! Let's see, did I miss anybody? I don't think so. It's really funny. I'm not sure why. Oh, okay. I'm catching on now. Okay. Apparently, when I updated my StreamYard, now if I put your comment on the screen, like Lucy saying, hey, everybody. Hey, Lucy. Then when I go back to it, it's grayed out on my side because I was like, at first, I thought Aaron got in trouble again and YouTube kicked him off. And then I realized it was because I put him on screen. They need to explain this stuff because some of us are old and technology takes us a minute. So I am so glad that you guys are all here. Aaron says the Contract limited edition shirts are back in stock. The Contract is a film that is still being created, I believe. And a lot of my friends are a part of it. And if you guys know Reaper, he is a creator, director, all the things. So definitely check out the contract. Erin is associated with it as well. And if you guys aren't following each other, I say this every week, put your shit in the comments so everybody can follow each other and support each other and help each other, because when the tide comes in, all ships rise and we all need to be there for each other. So let's see, what did we name my trash panda? Shoot. I forget because you sent me pictures. Yeah, I don't know if I can go back here fast enough. I don't want to mess anything up, but let me see because we talk a lot. It should be in the thread. Oh, I opened it up and your trash panda is right there. Wait, there it is. It just says my visitor. I don't know. What did we name your trash panda? I don't remember. Oh, she's here now. Tell her I said hi. Give her loves. That is awesome. She is adorable. And if you guys don't know, Trash Panda is a raccoon, and Luna Projects has one that comes and visits and gets, I believe, kitty food. So that is awesome. Aaron says, I play the character of Milton Ashthorne, Ashthorne, the bartender of the Inferno Bar, and yep, we are in pre-production. Okay, excellent. Guess she likes watching you too. Well, thank you. Trashalina, or whatever we're going to name you. Little Trash Panda. So cute. So anybody else, if I can be shouting out anything for you, put it in the comments. I'm very, very happy to do that. I need another Tatiana. Grab your drinks, your cookies, your smokables, whatever you got on you. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have texts, but I cannot answer them right now. You know who you are that texted me. Yeah, so I'm very, very sorry that I missed you last week. I was so exhausted. I have learned that I used to be able to, and I know we all feel this way, but man, like the 20s, you could go out all night. Like I used to work until 3 in the morning and then go out afterwards and then come home and still get up a couple hours later, be fine. Our flight came in a little after midnight on Tuesday. I was just trash all of Wednesday. Like I just felt like I got hit by a truck, and it's embarrassing because I thought that I could bounce back better than that. So I appreciate all of you understanding that I just did not have the bandwidth to do this last week. I really wanted to, but I felt like I got hit by a truck, and it was just exhaustion. It wasn't sick. It was just so so yeah, Lucy, I'm not 18 anymore. Oh, damn it. She Tatiana'd us. Okay, Tatiana. Lucy loves to get everybody hammered. So cheers and cheers. Aaron says, I do serve drinks. It will just cost you your soul. Ooh. Doo-doo-doo. So Severian says, I found that every time I'm in a plane, I'm sick the next day. That used to happen to me. I will tell you my little secret, what I do. I get a couple bottles of Airborne, that like multivitamin that's zinc and vitamin C and all the things. And I start taking it like a week before. Then I have another bottle of it that I bring on the plane, and I chaw that down on the plane. I'm just like, pew, 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 keep all your germs to yourself, because there is something about being stuck in a cylinder and never fails. Somebody either, like Dave was sitting with me this time. So yeah, that's cool. But behind me, I just heard somebody like hacking up a lung. I'm like, what is it about an airplane that just brings out everybody's inner lung contents? Like, why do you, because it's never just, it's always, like mucus flinging, disgusting, coming from your toes, coughing. So I like to do the Airborne. And if I start it like a week out, and I do take like a multivitamin and stuff like that too, but it's knock wood. It seems to do the trick. I'm not above wearing a mask either. Like, people, I don't want your germs. I don't want them. You can make fun of me. I don't care. Like, keep it away. So let's see here. Yes, personal health and well-being comes first. Thank you. Luna says, need it today. Tech issues with work and rough day, having corona. I'm so sorry that you've had a rough day. I hope that this is a nice, fun reprieve and that your day gets better. Girl, I didn't do shite on Saturday after the week I was beat. I bet you were. Absolutely. I'm glad you never got sick after flights. I have like always gotten in the germ zone. I don't know why. Aaron says going through a setback of scheduling issues right now on Stagnant and Bloody Bones. You did say in another conversation about a new setback for filming them. I don't know if you want me to share that or not, but that is when I read that, I was like, really, really, of all the things. So, to talk about happier things, though, the reason why I was on a plane was because my beautiful cousin, who is in the comments, got married on May the 4th. So everybody wish her congratulations on being a married biatch now, because it is so awesome. Let's see. So, oh, okay. Before we get to that, the setback that Aaron is having is the set that they're using, the location is, I'm guessing, a lake, and now it's got alligators in it. So that's yeah, that's a big problem. You want your actors to have all the limbs that they came in to set with when they leave. So everybody needs to be careful when filming near alligators. Lizzie says, that's why I still mask up when we go out. Lots of grown ass adults acting like they never learned to keep their germs to themselves. Absolutely, yes. So, yay, everybody with their congratulations. So, I have just a sampling of photos from this trip because it was so fun. I have never been to New Mexico before. So, we flew into El Paso and then we drove to where my cousin lives. So, I have a couple pictures from that first. So, we went to Riadozo. Am I saying it right? I could not say the name of this town right for the life of me. I kept calling it Riadigio, which is a Brazilian steakhouse that I went to. And actually, I found out that that's actually Rodizio. So I was mispronouncing that too. But I'm pretty sure this is Riadoso, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Super cool town. So this is just a few pictures from this. We did this on Sunday. Dave and I flew in Saturday. Yeah, let me back. I got so many thoughts. They're just all coming out. So let me back it up. Let's start at the very beginning. So we had our flight to go from Philly to Atlanta to El Paso Saturday. Friday night late, we find out that our flight's been delayed. So when they delayed our flight from Philly to Atlanta, if we stayed on the flight that they were going to move us to, which was a little later, we would have missed our connecting flight to El Paso. So we wound up having to take an earlier flight. So we got up at 2 a.m., got to the airport. The Uber picked us up at 3, so we were at the airport like 3:20, something like that. Get to Atlanta, our flight gets delayed twice. So we could have actually taken their flight, but we didn't know that. So the flight from Atlanta to El Paso was overbooked. Why they do that, I do not understand. You know how many seats are on this plane? Why are you selling tickets to seats that don't exist? So they start doing the auction. You know, we need 9 people to take a later flight and we'll pay you. So I was like, how much later is the flight? Well, it was like 7:50 at night. Well, we wouldn't have gotten into El Paso until almost 10 p.m. And then we had a 2-hour drive after that. So there was no way, none, that we could do this. But we're listening, and they got it up to $1,800 a person to take the later flight. And most of the people on the plane wouldn't take it because they were all going to the BTS concert in El Paso. I was like, this entire plane is full of BTS fans. It was so weird. So we get into El Paso later than we had expected. But we had rented a car. We paid for it ahead of time. We confirmed it. We did the early check-in, and they give you an 8-hour window from, you know, the time that you say you're going to be there to pick up the car. We were well within that window. So we go to the rental car place, and we stood in line for 2 hours. 2 hours. The first hour, I think we moved about 8 feet. It was ridiculous. They had one girl behind the counter. Her name was Vanessa, and she was a delight. So I'm giving a shout out to Vanessa because she was dealing with a lot of very angry people. And she never lost her smile, and she was very sweet and awesome. So shout out to Vanessa. We get to our turn. Gonna get our car. We're out of cars. Quoi? I paid for a car. I checked in ahead of time. I confirmed it. Why was my car given to somebody else? So she said, we'll have car. It's a 1 to 2 hour wait for a car. We said, okay, it's crazy. She's like, yeah, all we have are pickup trucks. We're like, give us a pickup. Give us a pickup. So then we had to pay an extra $150 for the upgrade. Racket. Everything's a racket. But then we were on the road. So by the time my initial plan was get to the hotel, get settled in, go hang out with my cousin, but I had not one cell of energy left. It took us 18 hours, 18-hour travel day. It was not supposed to be that long. It was absolutely insane. So let me just check up with the comments here. It was crazy. Let's see. Right? Exactly. Yeah, we had to pay extra, which to me, no, that should have been waived. And I told them they made the mistake of sending me how did we do email? Oh, I will tell you how you did. I will tell you in many syllables how you did. Let's see here. So yeah, so it was, very, very glad to get there. Aaron says, I will be the only one near the water, so unless I get ate, I'm all good. You better not get ate by an alligator. Riadoso. Okay, I think that's how I just said it, but I could be completely wrong. In my head, I said Riadoso. Very, very cute town. I would absolutely love to have her 100%. She's amazing. Thank you. That would be so cool. And I see that you say no promises, but you might be able to make that happen. I would absolutely love that. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. So Severian is freezing in your apartment. I'm sorry. Angela says, Aaron, take lots of raw chickens. They love raw chickens. Let's see here. Aaron says, I bet you if I see a gator close to me, I will prove man can run on water. You're going to channel your inner Jesus. Hey, Reese is here. Hey, sweetie. Hey, my spectacular friend. Hope you're well. My late night work shift has been made because of your show. Thank you. You are amazing and great. You are amazing and great, my friend. Thank you. Let's see. Yep. Should have absolutely gotten a discount, and that should have been waived because that's crap. It's crap. So Severian says, Aaron, the Q Mart in Quakertown used to have an alligator that one of the stores kept, a biggin. Now the Q Mart is more of a clan mart, yeah. The QAnon, Qlix, QAnon. I've not made it up there, but from what I've heard now, it's a pass. So, okay, so back to Riadoso. So this was Sunday. We wound up meeting up in town, which was so fun. And it's such a cute little town. Look at this. This is all made out of like car parts. Super cool. Just like little things around to look at. They have a Sasquatch. And there's me and my cousin. And if you look under Sasquatch's crotch, the Sasquatch, that's Alan, who is like the best kid. He's so freaking funny. I'm going to call him my nephew. I looked it up because he's my first cousin once removed, but it says nephew is also acceptable. So that's my nephew, Alan, who is a freaking riot, hysterical. So we had so much fun. I didn't notice the 2-punch hand thing Alan was doing until I uploaded this for the show, but that is left to right, Sarah, who is awesome, super cool. My cousin Angela, who is a rock star. Alien guy, and then Alan, and then my cousin's new hubby, Grant. You can see the bride and groom shirts. Love it. So cute. And then we saw this license plate and we said, It was supposed to say ADHD, but they got distracted. So that cracked me up. I keep meaning to post that on my page, but I keep getting distracted. That's so. Does he do that in every dang pic? That's so funny because I didn't notice it until I uploaded it for the show, and I'm like, oh, he's doing the. Okay, next time I see him, I'm giving him 2 punches. All right, Lucy, getting everybody drunk. Tatiana to you. I'm glad because I'm just talking, so I could use that little refresher. Aaron says, I think you just came up with Bigfoot's stripper name. Sasquatch. Hilarious. Oh, I'm gonna, because he's gonna come over and hang out. We are gonna make that happen. So let's see. Where did I leave off? I left off with it. Okay. So one of the stores that we went into was 2 stories and a bunch of little stores on each story. And in front of this one place on the first floor, it said it was a thrift store, and it said come pet forest. I didn't know what forest was. I asked, does anybody know what forest is? No, but I was going to pet forest because you don't say come pet forest. And I say no. I'm like, is Forrest a dog? Is Forrest a cat? Is Forrest a platypus? I don't know. But I'm going to go pet him. So the first thing I see when I go down there is this guy. Is this Forrest? I don't know. Just in case. Pet. I pet his head because maybe that was Forrest and I was going to pet Forrest. But then we went in the store and I saw when Lexi was still alive, my loaf, who I love dearly, she would lay on her side, and the way her back leg stuck out, I'd called it her turkey leg because it was like this big fat lab leg. So go in the store and I see this turkey leg sticking out from behind the counter. I went, is that Forrest? And you just see this adorable head just go. He knew his name. So this is Forrest. I did not get a great picture of Forrest, but he looked like a border collie that you did that to. You know, like he had his little legs, and he was fat, and he was so cute and so sweet. So we did get to pet Forrest. So that was a lot of fun. He was just a sweetheart. Yes. I don't think Forrest has run in a long time. Forrest is Waddle Forrest Waddle, but he was so cute. Reese says, Aaron, I forgot to say earlier, if you become friends with the alligator, see if Sydnee can have him on the show. It was a turkey leg. Oh, I get it. Sorry. Did you see the light bulb go on? Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was super cute and so sweet. So sweet. Lizzie says, a fish place down here had a puffer fish, and you could pay 25 cents to watch it eat. Absolutely worth it every time. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Yeah, right? You should pet Forrest. He's so adorable. Adorable, right? So cute. And I love animals. So if you're going to invite me to pet your pet, whatever, it could be the alligator, as long as it doesn't bite me. I probably would try to pet it anyway and get bit because I'm not that smart, but I love animals. So Lizzie wants to pet Forrest too. He's so cute. So that was fun. And I think that's all of the Sunday pictures that I put up. But we went to this pizza place, and that pizza was banging. It was so good. So good. And that's where my cousin and her husband got their wedding cakes, and they got 3. They got a hummingbird cake, a cheesecake, and a chocolate cake. And I just lived vicariously through everybody else's oohs and ahs and ums because I couldn't eat it, but it looked amazing. And by all accounts, it was. So, yes, and she's saying, everybody come to Ruidoso and I'll take you to meet Forrest. So worth it. Cafe Rio is the bomb, 100%. Everybody was so nice, and the food was just delicious. So then it was Monday. May the 4th be with you, wedding. So this was Dave and I were so excited to get outfits for this wedding and not tell my cousin ahead of time. So I loved my R2D2 dress. So cute. And she said it was going to be windy, and also that's why I added the leggings, which is funny because in this picture, you can see that I bought these blue sandals to go R2D2, and they wrap up around your legs. I think I made it 3 feet out of the hotel room, and they kept sliding off the leggings. So I wound up not doing that, but they look cute in that picture. So if you see in this picture, this is driving to White Sands National Park, which if you've never been to, I've never been to it. I believe I read it's 257 square miles. It's big. It's very big. So in this picture, for those of you at home that are just listening, it's highway picture like where you would see Wile E. Coyote in the Roadrunner, like that kind of vibe. And it's going into the horizon, and it looks like there's water in front of the mountains. It's a big white line that goes in front of the mountain range. That's actually white sand. That's the national park. So freaking cool. So we get there, and let me show you. This is the first thing that we see. This is at the park. And again, I'm going to try and describe photos for the people that are just listening after the fact and not watching. You can see a droid. He looks like R2D2, but he's not R2D2. He's a droid. And I left the tripod in the picture because it looks cool, but they're on top of a sand dune, and the background's all sand. It absolutely looks like a scene from a Star Wars movie. Absolutely, like 100% could not have picked a better location. So I did take a little video, and this is like what it looked like from where I was standing. This was when everybody was walking in to the dune for the wedding. They went that morning and picked out the dune, and there were people dressed up, people just milling about, getting ready for the wedding. It was so, so cool. Let me just see if my cousin's adding anything I'm missing here. Let's see. Oh, Lucy says my daughter had her honeymoon pictures taken there. That is awesome. And my cousin says that's her view every day on her way home from work. Very cool. Let's see. Reese says that's an amazing shot. This looks great. I thought it was from Star Wars when I saw it. Yeah, I was almost wondering if they filmed Star Wars there because it's so perfect. So, of course, the first thing that I did when I got there was combed the desert. It's a comb on the sand for you at home. I wish I had a pick. I was totally going to do the Spaceballs full thing, but I didn't have a pick, and we didn't go anywhere that sold one before the wedding, but I did think about it. So this photo is the officiant and the husband and wife and my nephew. So David was the officiant, and he started out with the Princess Bride. Marriage is what brings us together today, which, crossing the streams movie wise, but I appreciated it because I absolutely love that line. And I was driving my husband crazy because I kept singing the Muppets all day with somebody's getting married. Like I sang it all day. He was like, shut up, because I would not stop singing it. So it's okay. We can all bring all of these different celebrations together. It's super cool. So I died. They did rock, paper, scissors to see who would do their vows first, which is fantastic. I love it. And then Grant won. So he got to read his first, and they kept their vows in the top of the droid. So they pulled them out of the droid and did their vows, which is so awesome. And they were lovely. And there were several tears. It was, good tears. It was amazing. Let's see here. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Yes, David did an awesome job. 100%. Yes. And I did forget to mention that her husband built the droid. I know in the photos that I posted after the wedding, I mentioned that, but he 3D printed all the pieces and built it from scratch. And that's his best friend, made that outfit himself. How cool is that? But this droid is phenomenal. And I love that they said it's going to be their every holiday decoration. So I can't wait to see the droid dressed up with Easter bunny ears and jack-o'-lanterns or like Dracula teeth or like, you know, like all the things. I cannot wait to see this droid in his holiday celebrations every month. It's going to be fantastic. So there's me and Dave and the beautiful bride and the droid. And then we were like, Grant, come here. And he must have been hungry because he ate her head. Just kidding. Um, and I wasn't the only one with the R2 dress. So we had to do the Spider-Man meme because we were just like, it was so funny. And she was very nice. I think this is the last one from, yes. Aw. Aw. Oh, so cute. Kiss the bride. Kiss the bride. They're married. Now they're married. So one more detail from the wedding, if you can see her bouquet there. It's actually a lightsaber, and the roses are handmade, and they are made out of Star Wars comics. Like every little detail in this is just so well thought out and amazing. I could have absolutely like sent you guys through hundreds of photos, but I didn't want to like make everything about it. But that's a good sampling of how fantastic it was. It was such a great day. The weather was perfect. Um, Everything was awesome. Yeah, missed opportunity for some Spaceballs cosplays. That would have been funny. I love everything about this wedding. Yes, it was awesome. Aaron says, "Do you accept the Force into your life from now on, be not a Sith, but love the Jedi way." Droid is freaking awesome. Yes, I love our little R2. Yes, we will be doing all the things with R2. So cute. Okay, so he is R2. I thought he was a general droid. He's so cool, though. He's awesome. So good. Like all the details, and he lit up and he made sound effects. So cool. So, so, so cool. Yes, I love the bouquet. Absolutely awesome. Oh, Amanda. Yeah, she's so sweet. So sweet. I love that we both had the R2 dresses for sure. Shut up. Grant made the lightsaber holder too. I didn't know that. He's phenomenal. He is so freaking talented. So cool. Oh, R2M4, so he's not R2D2. Okay. I am caught up for sure. This is awesome. And Luna says M4. So very cool. I am just so excited that I got to be there and Dave got to be there. Like we were just so honored to share that day with you, and we had so much fun with you guys. It was so fun. Went by way too fast. I wish we had another couple days to do even more stuff together because it was a whirlwind. But oh, for May the 4th, I got it. R2M4. That's so awesome. Aaron says I would have shown up as a Sith and let me get my ass kicked for the nuptials. That would have been hilarious. And she said he sure did, right? That's why I had to lock him down. Fantastic. But yeah, it was such a fun wedding. Like absolutely amazing. And that you guys picked the right Dune for sure. Everything was so perfect. And the photos just look so cool with all the Star Wars get up in the back. It's just phenomenal. So congratulations again, cuz I love you. I love you and Grant together. You ever notice, you ever just meet people and you're like, yep, meant to be. That's these two. Meant to be. And I am so, so happy for you guys. So awesome. Yeah, so I have, she says, Aaron, that would have been so fun. And there's never enough time. Facts. Yeah, so just real quick, this was at the hotel. I forget what night we took. This might have been, it would have had to have been Saturday. No, Sunday night. I don't know. But we stayed at, it's called the Inn of the Mountain Gods. It is absolutely a beautiful hotel. It's a hotel casino resort, John, in the mountains. And our room looked out over this lake. It had a fountain, absolutely beautiful. And also around the lake are these big boulders. So I have a little bit of a problem when it comes to me seeing giant rocks. I immediately have to sing part of your world from The Little Mermaid. I just have to hop on said rock every time. And this is like it's a sickness. It's a sickness, just part of your world every single time. I can't help it. So I am very grateful that I have a husband that supports my shenanigans and is there to photograph them. So that was a little fun thing. Hey, Shani. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, doing my aerial impression. Gotta do it. You didn't miss it because that was it. That was the whole thing. Now, I'm just glad I didn't wind up in the lake because that was also a Sid thing to do, would be fall off the rock and into the lake. But I have photos from playgrounds, from mountains, from like different anytime I see one, I turn into Ariel and I have to do it. So that was fun. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful part of the country. So if you've never been to New Mexico, check it out. And I don't think I'd been, I mean, San Antonio is Western Texas, right? I don't, Texas is so humongous. Like, I looked up where Lizzie and Aaron lived, and it was way, way, way too far from where I was to like pop in and say hi. But that's definitely the furthest west I've been in Texas. And that was the other thing was I kept making Young Guns and Young Guns 2 lines every like the whole time we're driving through Texas and into New Mexico. I'm just quoting Young Guns and Young Guns 2. And thankfully my husband knows who he married because I was just like driving him insane with all that. Like, we passed this gas station convenience store place called Chisholm's, and I'm just like, you took my farm, Mr. Chisholm. Took a lot of farms, Mr. Chisholm, and I had to say it on the way in, and I had to say it on the way out. Like, I just love those movies. Aaron says Lizzie puts up with my musical theater ass. She feels your pain. Absolutely. Oh, you absolutely have to do that. Go do it. Do it. Okay, South Central. Gotcha. Yeah, I can't picture on a map where it is, but there's just like nothing. Nothing. It's very, very different from Pennsylvania for sure. I'm going to Tatiana y'all again. Oh, so that was an amazing wedding. And tomorrow I'm going down the shore, which is what we call it in this area of the country. A lot of people would say going to the beach. We go down the shore. It's a Jersey Philly thing. For another wedding. So a few years back, it was Thanksgiving Eve, and we went out to see our friend play. He's the one that did our wedding reception. We love to go watch him play. Came home from the bar. I know I was wearing this dress when I came home from the bar. I was hammered, but I know I was dressed. And the next morning, I could not find this dress anywhere. I tore the house apart. I went outside and like with gloves and went through the trash bags. I looked in the freezer. Like, I didn't know where else to look. Couldn't find it for days. Finally found it inside the sleeve of a hoodie in the clothes basket. Now, I'm very sure that drunken Sid had a very good reason for doing that, but sober Sid has no idea what the hell I was thinking. So this past week, I bought 2 dresses for this wedding that we're going to be going to this weekend. And the one is white with like blue flowers, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's too white to wear to a wedding. Like, that would be a faux pas. The other one's like a silent, solid kind of lavender. I'm like, let me try that one on. I think I could find that freaking dress. I'm like, what is it with me and dresses? They just into thin air. Now, I know it got delivered, and it got delivered in one of them vacuum sealed plastic bags so you could see it. It wasn't even in a mailing envelope. I am nothing if not predictable. I will put something, I have very few places where things go. I looked in all of those places. I looked every, couldn't find this thing for 2 days. It was hanging in the closet. Why? I have no idea. I took it out of the package and I hung it in the closet. And I'm not even going to wear it because when I put it on, it looked very bridesmaidy, like that solid. And I don't have anything like I was like, well, I can jean jacket it, but then Dave's in a suit, and then I don't look as fit. So I went and found a really cute dress on sale that I'm wearing. But I just like, I don't know what it is with me and these disappearing dresses. It makes no sense at all. So I'm waiting for, the next thing that happens. But I actually did do the same thing with my mail-in ballot. It's in this house somewhere. No idea where it went. I hope I find it, but if not, I can go vote in person. But I'm just like, what is with perimenopause brain? Telling you, it's goofy. It is a very goofy place up here. So, yeah, Luna kept saying that Muffy stole it. And thank you. The lavender is pretty. I just don't think it's appropriate. So, I'm going to wear the new blue dress. Yes, the famous dress. That was I had so many people like suggesting places to find it. It turned into this Facebook saga for like a week. It was so funny. And then it finally turned up. Erin says, when dealing with drunk Lizzie, she does most of the undressing minus streaking and jumping into a cold lake. Well, that's the thing. Like I knew I wore it home. So I knew it was in the house. And I had, like I was wearing tights and my combat boots and all, like they were all here. So I knew it was here. And my house isn't that big. Like it made no sense. It made no sense. That drove me insane. So I was really glad when it showed up. Yeah, Menno brain is real. Absolutely. Lizzie says, I also have several cute dresses living in a parallel universe somewhere. I hope they're happy with all of my odd socks. Amen. And my hair ties. It's actually more these than the hair ties. Like these like clips, I either have 20 or I have 0. I don't know. They must like creep like, Can make a horror movie, the hair clip horror story. But yeah, so that was pretty funny. But I am looking forward to this coming weekend's wedding as well because it's down the shore, so more sand. What is it with sand-filled weddings? But because I bought the blue dress, I can wear the blue sandals that I wore to my cousin's wedding. See? Keeping it there. So the other thing that we missed since we didn't get to meet last week was Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms, whether you have birthed a child, adopted a child, take care of a child, have fur children, have babies in heaven, have whatever constitutes your version. Happy you. Awesome. I hope you had a really great Sunday. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do Sunday. Because I have this really weird, like I always feel like I have to work. I'm not good at sitting still. I don't do that well. I get twitchy. My brain is too busy. So I have to be doing something. So I woke up. My oldest got me so cool. I don't know if you guys saw my post. It's a Labyrinth box set. So it's the DVD and the 4K disc. It's got stickers. It's got art cards. It's got all this cool stuff. And the piece de resistance is it has the crystal ball. So I have Jareth's balls. And I think on the DVD, it actually has a lesson to teach you how to do the like spinning like he does, which is only one ball. So I don't know how we're going to do this, but I got to watch it. I can't judge it if I haven't seen it. And it says Labyrinth, like carved in it. It's gorgeous. I love it. And I actually posted, if you haven't seen it, it's on my Sydnee author Facebook page. My chocolate lab Muffy was being nosy and putting her nose on it. And then when I like picked it up to show it to her, it looked like she was stuck in it. So I was like, that's what you get. Touching Jareth's balls. Gonna be stuck in there, but it's only forever. It's not long at all, Muff. So that was really, really sweet. Um, my youngest got me scratch off lotto tickets because I love them, and that's knows her mom. And my middle said Happy Mother's Day, so that was cool. But Dave had to work, so I knew we couldn't like go do anything, but I knew I couldn't sit still because I don't do that. So what I did, and I want to share with you guys because I'm super excited, is I spent the day in here in my podcast room. Do you notice all of this open space that's usually trays and covered in stuff? And this is usually a stack of books over here. And usually it's like this. This is what it looks like now. So I'm going to show you because I also have an ask. So have stickers or little things that I can hang up so that I can be promoting you while I'm doing this show. Send me a message. I will give you an address to send them to. And I want to hang up all of you guys in here because you join me every week and you are awesome. And I want to shout you out. So add it to all of this. And then maybe I can do like a weekly shout out post on my Learn and Go Go where I feature your thing on the wall and then I talk about what you have going on. So this is how I spent my Mother's Day. Also, selfishly trying to make room so I can hopefully get back to my dance workouts because knock wood, I feel really great lately. I don't want to jinx it. But I think I might be able to start dancing again, which is exciting because it has been months and months and months, if not a year. It's been a long time and I miss it. So let's see what is going on in the comments. Luna says, no hair ties. That's the cats. They steal those. Yes. I have my grandkitty here for the summer. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on my hair ties. But she's a super duper cutie. Erin says, what I'm saying is she gets randy and I have to defend myself like a lion tamer. I can just see you with the chair and the whip. Hilarious. Angela says, every time I miss the beach, I go to white sand so I can experience having sand everywhere. Do you know, I had such an intrusive thought at the top of that dune. I just wanted to slide down the side of the dune so bad. But I'm like, it's a good idea in your head, Sid. That's the only place it's a good idea. So, oh, thank you. Uh-oh. Yeah, oh, you know what? I think it might mute my mic when I'm showing the room. So sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I forgot it mutes the mic during the video. So I was just saying what everything was. Sorry. Yeah, basically I was saying stickers, posters. I put up my poster of my eyeball getting ripped out in the Red Huntress there. These are all stickers and like trading cards from Little Shop of Horrors. I have what else did I put up? Right there is a little skeleton thing that says dancing is in my bones. And that is a koozie from Joie de Vivre, who is a drag queen that I used to follow all the time. I don't think she's on social media anymore. And all the posters, all the Funko Pops. Over there's my pumpkin booby witch. So yeah, go back and watch the video again. Pause it on the things that pique your interest. But yes, what I was showing that off for is I would really like for you guys to send me anything I can promote for you that I can hang up stickers and posters. Muffy stole my voice. That's so funny. Yeah, so sorry that the sound went out. That was my bad that I forgot that I would have to unmute the mic. So Tatiana to me learning how to show videos on StreamYard. Fail, first attempt in learning. That's what it stands for. And you can read about that and more in Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. You can get your copy at learnedingogo.com. So yeah, so that was fun. And I would really, really do hope that I can get back to dancing because I miss it. And I haven't worked out all week. I've been kind of making excuses and I know better. And so I need to kick my own ass and get back to that. But with going away, that will be a Sunday thing to do. I can start week 6 of my workout program then because I'm not going to do one day of it and then skip a couple days because I'll twitch. But yeah, what else did I have on? Oh yeah, so that was my Mother's Day thing. It says didn't work. Oh yeah, the Steel Panther song. There's a Steel Panther song about Mother's Day. So if you want a laugh, check out Steel Panther. If you're not familiar with them, they are kind of like a parody 80s hair band. They wear all the outfits and everything, and their songs are hilarious. My favorite is Community Property. And the chorus is my heart belongs to you. You know, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. My heart belongs to you, but my cock is community property. It's so like it's hysterical. I love that song. So yeah, check that out. That was all I had in my little list here. Lizzie says I need to get back to yoga. I was doing a yoga challenge and it was really fun. The first month was just like every day there was a different pose to do. And then the second month was like yoga flow. So it was 3 different poses and you'd go, like through them. And I found that really helped with my flexibility because the older that we get, it seems like everything is just tied too tight. Like you lose that, use it or lose it. So maybe I will do yoga tomorrow and you do yoga too. We'll do yoga, both do it tomorrow because that's something I can do. I like that. Oh, that's so funny. We're talking about this, and my Step Up app says, "Who's awesome? You are. You're on a 6-day streak." Am I? What am I doing? It must be counting the steps of my thoughts running around in my head because I don't really think I've been that active today. I've been at my computer working. But yeah, let's see, guys. We have just enough time. So you would be pooping sand. I would be because I'd be in my R2 dress and it would have all gone up Main Street if I went sliding down that dune. So you can slide down the dunes. They even rent saucers for it. Now, if I had a saucer, yeah. But if not, me in an R2 dress, I would wind up in sand with places I didn't know I had places. That would be very bad. And then I'd have to be on the plane with sandy crack. Sandy bottoms. That's so funny. So yeah, we have just enough time, my friends, for some pick-a page. So somebody put in the comments a number between 1 and 300 and an A or a B. And we will try not to get pictures of where people's sand would be if they went down the dunes. Because I always wind up on that page and I'm just looking, somebody's on their hands and knees and I'm looking straight up. Oh my goodness. All right. Angela says 56A. And Aaron's quoting Spaceballs. I'm half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Give me some paw. All right, we will start with Angela's, and then we will go to Luna Projects. So 56A, A is my book. And we've got the pièce de résistance. It's funny because I said that earlier, so that must be the phrase of today. The pièce de résistance of why would you pick that out of all the names in all the communities in all the countries and cities and villages in the entire world when you were given the chance to make a new name for yourself was, and I swear I couldn't make this up if I tried, Tweety Bird. I can still see this woman. This was at the club I affectionately refer to as Farts. I kind of gave all of the club's names. Actually, it's not there anymore, so I can tell you the actual name of the club was Fets, and it was a town called Tabernacle. And I used to call it Farts in Tabernacle. And as I explain in the book, it was in the middle of the Pine Barrens. So you would get to work and there would be guys pickups there with like the deer still strapped on it. Like this was. And this girl came out and her name was Tweety Bird because she had this giant Tweety Bird tattoo on her ass. And she was a bigger girl and she wore her hair. She had all this blonde curly hair. And she wore a ponytail like this. So it went at the top of her head. And she was Tweety Bird. And I'm like I said, out of all of the names you could have come up with. And the reason why I say that mostly is because, anytime a guy asked what your name was and you said Tweety Bird, it would turn into a whole conversation wasting time when you could have been walking around that bar making money. So that is that. Yeah, she thought she saw a putty tat. She had to be careful or somebody would have seen her putty tat. So, all right. So Luna is picking 170B. And we've been pretty tame tonight. So I want to give you guys the heads up that book B is the Encyclopedia of Unusual Sex Practices by Brenda Love. This will be not safe for work, not safe for kids' ears. I don't know why your kids are listening to my show. But just to give you a heads up, because I have no idea what page 170 is going to be about. So let's see. Oh no. Miscegenation. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Miscegenation. Miscegenation. It was first used in the 1860s and refers to sex or marriage between two people of different races. We don't need a word for that. That's horrible. Who cares? They love each other. Who cares? According to a survey conducted by Lewis Harris in 1971, an average of 1 in 5 Americans have dated someone of a different race. Yep, I don't really see why we need 3 pages on this, but like I said, this book came out in, I believe, 1992. So it goes a little bit deeper. It says people who choose to add racial variety to their sexual repertoire have dating services such as the Ebony Ivory Society that cater to their needs. I don't know if that's still around. Your national guide to interracial swinging that lists personal ads such as the following. Hot white couple seeking well-hung black men to take care of sexy wife's needs. See picture of her first gangbang while on vacation. Okay. Somebody took the time to type that up and post that in a group. Okay. Lizzie has 222A. Let's go back to the tamer book here. Some people wouldn't think so, but I think so. All right, let's see. There's no argument that if men didn't put women in the objects used for sexual gratification category, there would be no gentlemen's clubs. It's a simple supply and demand situation. When I say supply and demand, I'm referring to dancers who have decided on their own volition to get into the industry as a way to better their situation, not the very small percentage who have no say in how they got there. Are the women in gentlemen's clubs who are being exploited in the sense that they are being taken advantage of? Especially those who are shipped in from other countries under the guise of getting citizenship and better life, only to be taken into clubs where the money they make has to be given to their handlers. Absolutely. There will always be exceptions to every rule, just as there are plenty of women in the world who have never stepped foot in a gentleman's club, but who are still constantly being exploited. We're getting like some heavy shit tonight. All right, let's see. Oh, and then I look up and I see Rooter Tutor view. So she did see that big bird looking Hulk. Luna's saying, please nothing gross. Yeah. 3 pages, right? Honestly, I don't even think it should be mentioned. Like, who cares? That's crazy. I knew as soon as I said it goes a little deeper, I would get a comment. It says, I swear it's only 3 inches on 3 inches from the floor. 3 inches from the floor. Luna says apparently it needed 3 pages to talk about interracial sex. Exactly. Why? Who cares? As long as everybody's consenting, it does not matter. But like I said, this book was published a while ago, so some things are very dated. All right, let's do one more from book B, and then we'll wrap it up because we're actually over an hour, but I have my OCD means I have to have an even number of things. So somebody give me a number between 1 and 300, and we'll hope it's not gross. And I will Tatiana while I'm waiting for a comment. Or I might just go like this. Okay. This is stupid. Okay, 13. Thank you, Jenny. Okay. Because what I opened it to was dumb. All right, let's see. Oh, pictures. Pictures. It's actually anatomy. And it's pretty much what you think it would be. It's 5th grade sex ed, complete with all the arrows and telling you what all the parts are called. And I'm kind of, wait, what is anesthemophilia? Refers to people who are attracted to a person because of their difference in height. Okay, that's not what I thought. This must go with anatomy then, because that's an interesting picture. But yeah, it's everybody's ugly bits, diddly bits and flappy bits and all the bits. It's just pictures of bits. That's what the anatomy is. So I just said I'm going to wind up looking at pictures, and that entire page was like pictures. So I manifested that. I don't know why when I say I'm going to get $1 million winning scratcher ticket, that never gets manifested, but it's about time that it should. So I'm manifesting that. I'm going to have a winning scratcher of at least $1 million because, damn it, I'm manifesting that. So try teaching that to teenagers. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. People like that were called reachers because they reached the floor. I bet someone made a skin for Angry Birds with flappy bits. I hope they did. I love that. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness, my friends. I cannot believe it has been over an hour already because this has been so much fun. I really did miss you last week. And again, thank you for understanding that I just did not have the energy to do it last week. So I've been really, really looking forward to this. Thank you for hopping on with me. Please share the links to these because they're so much fun. And I really hope that they bring you guys joy and some smiles, because that's what I do it for. And again, send me stickers, posters, cards, anything I can hang up in the Polcast room to plug what you have going on. I would love to do it. And like I said, I will try to do like a weekly video showcasing those things. I do have some of you guys stuff already, but send me more. Send me more. Just send me messages, and or my email is in the description. You can send me an email and I will give you the address to send it to. And I just, I just love helping each other out. That just brings me joy. So thank you so much. And I hope this week is a good one for you. I hope you enjoy the weekend, and that if you do have some rough stuff that you have to deal with, just remember to take it head on, because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're hiding from your problems, but the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love ya.